control to come in here and do stuff. Allow lock and warn, receive file types, what do I want to do? You can see, I've gotten more granular here with what we want to do. So we watch a lot of videos, we do a lot of Flash, we put a lot of stuff on our YouTube channel that we want the reps and the marketing folks to be able to view and verify and learn from, or be able to see the stuff that we're showing to you so that they can talk to you about it, right? A lot of PDFs for everybody. So we want all that stuff to happen. Acceptable web usage, and again, we can start drawing into what's going on. So entertainment, fashion, and beauty, allow block or warn our choices, job searching, career development, block, social networking. Right, so you can get pretty granular. And the nice thing about this is this web policy follows that device, right? So you take that laptop home, you take it to a business meeting, you take it on the road. This is following you because it's connected through the internet. If we need to whitelist a website, that end user is going to be able to get that whitelist as their customer, as their hotel, on their site visit, whatever it is that they're doing. I have some global whitelist as well that I can push out from a high level to all of my groups, where I can call them in the groups that I want to call them. So when we're going to whitelist something that we want whitelisted for the whole company, we give it a tag of productive contact, and then it follows along in all of these groups where we call out productive contact. We can also make that time-based. We have ours on all the time. Right, so you can set that up in a couple of different ways. To get folks started, we can download the agents and we can install them manually, or we can push them out using whatever. Anybody here? Have on to mine. We'll give her a second to in. And one of the things that I really dig about the mobile enrollment is the way that it allows the end user to do the install. A couple different methods. I'll show you this as soon as this email pops out. I actually sent that email, right? For sure, yeah, there we go. If you the opportunity to do this QR code and snap, and then, I see we're going to do it. One more time. I think, we're going to go get one over on you. Maybe I'm not going to stick with you, because I want actually continue to work throughout the rest of the day. I'll be like, absolutely. So, we can snap a QR code right from the device. We can do a manual setup if we want to. We're reading this on the mobile phone. We've already got email installed with the control over those phones, right? We can do it right from here, but the easiest thing is to have this from your narrator, and just session right through it. So just keep doing it. Brand new employees as well as seasoned employees, folks who are really not technical at all. And pretty much everybody has been able to pull this off. So very easy to do. Once it's on there, they have an icon on their phone. It doesn't really allow them to do anything because you're controlling it from here. The only thing that they can really do is delete that thing, which is going to get rolled out again from your environment. So that's the mobile, and then the other email that they can get is just the ability to install the 10-point protection. So what we see with a lot of folks is they're controlling the windows that they're starting to let them max leak in. They might not be managing those. So we have a BYOP group here for a few people who have brought their own Macs in. So for that situation, we send them the link. They install this on their Mac. I give them 24 hours to do it. I can't do it in the console, and if they don't get it done, we don't allow them on the network. For the Windows machine, I'm simply downloading the installer, which I do right from here. And I put it in my network here, and I can push it out with the GPO. Talk to a lot of folks who are using like a Quick Deploy or an Altiris or SCCM or whatever you're using to push out software. You'll be able to do it that same way. Lots of things to get from this session here. So we've got our traditional 10-point Windows and Mac. I've got my server protection. I've got the virtual environment. This is only available right now for VMware, Hyper-V support is on the way. You've got some things you can do for Chromebooks, right? So your web gateway is monitoring all the traffic that's coming into or leaving that device. And now, I'm not super familiar with this yet, but you can actually set up a Sophos embedded CentOS server in Amazon. So it's a server that's basically hardened and secured with Sophos embedded on it, and you can then start installing CentOS apps into. So pretty slick, right, in the mobile management. That has to go out from either the App Store or the Play Store, which is an Apple policy or a Google policy. So no code you download there, no way to get that onto a device other than using from the App or the Play Store. So that's a lot of stuff at a high level. I really didn't cover server policies. You can manage your servers in a very similar way to your endpoint. A lot of control as far as the protection of the endpoint. This really isn't different from the on-prem products other than the ability to control and report on machines wherever they're at. We've had great experience with Sophos. We've been a partner for the last 5 years. We think it's great protection. A lot of satisfied customers. And definitely would like to talk to anybody who's interested one-on-one about what this product can do to help control your security environment. Absolutely. I think there's so much to see here, and right, this is really just the endpoint, right? Sophos Central, big picture, is going to be, managing everything, right? So all that stuff that's going to coordinate the gateway and all the different pieces that Sophos is bringing on board, right? That is all part of it, and all be managed via Sophos Central. So that is pretty cool stuff. Pete, thank you very much for an informative, and kind of a cool presentation. You can pull this book off your gun now. Right? Absolutely. So for all the folks that took the time to come see us today, thank you very much. We know that taking 30 minutes out of your day is a significant chunk, so we appreciate that. Let us know how we did. Let us know what else you'd like to see. We put these on for your benefit. As for now, I am Todd Over, along with Pete Greco. I'm going to be signing off. So question coming here. I'm going to throw this out to you real quick. Pete, is there a simple upgrade path for Sophos Enterprise Console and Sophos Subappliance to this product? Yes, there is a conversion tool that helps you bring your on-prem policies into the cloud product. The agent, which I actually didn't show either, looks exactly the same as the on-prem product, but you do need to uninstall the old agent and replace it with the cloud connected agent, which is going to basically tie directly to your console. That happens automatically. You actually need to download the agent from your console to be able to control it from your console. Right? We actually are recommending to the bulk of our customers, though, to start from scratch, which we can help you with, because it is a great time to review and reconfigure a lot of those policies that you've been running for a long time to make sure that they're matching your monitoring environment. That's not a blanket rule that applies to everybody, so I say let's talk about it for an individual environment. But a lot of great reasons to consider starting from scratch. But there is a conversion tool. It works. It's pretty slick. It's also something we can help you take advantage of, and I think good reasons to go over it. Hey, Pete, did this replace your message? No. Pure message could be replaced with a UCM, where you're doing two type spam at the gateway, email security at the gateway. Pure message is, I should say, I don't know if you're going to be using pure message from here eventually, but most of our folks are moving from that pure message to either a standalone email appliance or dealing on UCM, which is what we like and what we recommend. All right, fantastic. Well, thanks everybody once again for attending. I am Todd Edwards, along with Keith Greco, wishing you a fantastic balance of your day and week, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Thanks. That allows you to look at the security posture across your entire environment and track that security effectiveness over time. As a reminder of the power of Nessus, Nessus has over 75,000 checks, covering almost 32,000 unique vulnerabilities that have a wide breadth of coverage across many platforms and systems, not just your Windows and Linux servers, but routers, switches, and other security products that are on the network. By taking scans and looking at them over a period of time, you can collect about that information that allows you to assess your security posture and performance of your security program in a very meaningful manner. We have a variety of dashboards available to you covering not only executive analysis of using our continuous review systems, which is what systems that services on the internet are being utilized, how we are sitting from a compliance standpoint, not only just PCI, but just whatever your compliance needs are. If you have security benchmarks that you're driving for, you can use that as well, or if you just want to understand what's on your network. We have a variety of dashboards available because you can change that. The other way we present this information in a meaningful manner is with executive staff. So they can understand our dashboards. We have unique channel for our service profiles. So we have defined measures that we set across any security criteria. And it allows the executives to really understand that my security requirements are in my box. And in case I'm not being able to meet those requirements, you can see the attachment of failing. And then having the ability to understand on what the issue is that needs to be remediated is right here at Certificate. The platform is very extensive. We have the ability to collect massive information across your infrastructure, so not only just operating systems and infrastructure, but on a dynamic basis, we can see how systems are interacting with your network on a regular basis. Thank you for coming to Productive Corporation. If you need additional product information, security, or implementation services, please contact us at help@productivecorp.com, 800-726-4099. We are here to help. For our very first LogRhythm webinar. Looking to just thank everyone for coming and learning a little bit more about LogRhythm. The focus of the event is your security intelligence leaving you high and dry. And if it is, well, you're in the right place to spend 30 minutes or so learning about LogRhythm and what it's all about. I am the presenter today, Sean Titan, marketing manager here at Productive Corporation. I'm joined by Richard Patrick, sales engineer at LogRhythm, and we're going to deal a little bit with technology, talk a little bit about it, and do all that in 30 minutes or less. So with that, let's take a quick look at the agenda for today. We're going to be productive in 1 minute, hopefully less than a minute. It takes me to introduce who we are. We're going to talk about the case for SAM logging event management, why LogRhythm. We're going to talk a little bit about the platform, and then get into technology and intro to technology, which is really why I know everyone came here to see. So with that, let's take a quick look at Productive. Productive is a security and storage software that's for different companies. And Productive will have a dedicated account executive who's responsible for meeting your needs and solving your problems. But we do not only sell software, but we implement, test, optimize security assessments, like penetration tests, we configure and assist EPM services and security services in general. We also offer a lot of content for our customers, and the IT community out there on our website. We have lots of webinars, one-coach guides, which are white papers, all kinds of stuff that you found on productivecorp.com/content. You can also find it on our YouTube channel, YouTube.com/productive-content, and our Twitter, which is /productivecorp. So bottom line, we can help you. We can help you with implementation assessments, selling the software, talking about security in general, and really help with that. You can reach anyone in the company at help@productivecorp.com or 800-726-4099. So back to the agenda here. I want to talk a little bit about the mid-market, right? That's pretty much everyone on this call is the mid-market, and talk a little bit about why SIM, why did we add LogRhythm to Winecard? What was the connection there? So, the case for SIM, the cost of compliance is way cheaper than not being compliant. We see it over and over and over where people say, well, we can't get budget, we can't do this, we can't do that, and end up paying way more in the end by not doing anything until it's too late. We run into that all the time with hundreds of customers a year. Sensitive data is everywhere, whether you realize it or not, and employees are accessing that data, and your data is probably in more places than you think it might be. The damage, right, which we talked about, not just the penalties right here, the lost productivity, just all those things. And then it doesn't have to be complex to manage. That's one of the things that we hear all the time when we're talking to our customers is, well, I don't have staff that can handle that, or I can't. Not building the loss. Well, let's narrow it down to what's actually important and what are we missing? What are we seeing? Let's make it very easy to use, and that's really why we brought on LogRhythm to complement our Winecard is to make it really affordable to do some pretty complex things. So why LogRhythm? They've been if you're familiar with Gartner, Magic Quadrant, they've been in the upper right, which is where you want to be since 2012 for the SIM space. They have a you want to talk about before we jump in and actually show technology for a good 20-25 minutes here. So with that, Richard, why don't we talk a little bit about the platform here and what we're talking about? Okay, absolutely. I guess just go ahead and do our head there. We're going to each section of this. I'm just going to talk our way through it. Before I really jump into the robotic, I like to kind of talk a little bit about how does the water discussion today. Now, the first thing we can kind of see here is our flow chart together. And the first thing that really is to get to the side. And what we can see is it has a kind of tunnel where we're taking all of the log messages generated in your environment, and we're pulling all that information together, bringing it into one place. But then not only are we pulling all that log data together, but I think the next subject point, we're also generating data as well. So we're pulling all your log data into your environment. We're also generating data of our home. One of the things we're capable of doing is we can do biometric monitoring. So if you need to be observing a design to observe your environment, we can go ahead and do that. We can do process monitoring. So if you want to make sure that certain processing parts on your network, we can go ahead and do that. Another thing we can do as well, we can have a network monitoring tool that's available to be able to look at handicaps. So we can really see everything that's going on really inside your environment. So once we got our data together, we're going to start analyzing it. Go ahead and do it. So once we start analyzing that data, we find using kind of the people that out there is time limitation. So what we're doing is the prices out there. So we pull a lot of different things. We're going to see different things we're actually creating. This is a really big piece of what it is that makes our correlation actually work. So the other thing we're doing too is we're pulling in all that pertinent metadata. We go through a well and pulling that information on dynamic information. They're all in pretty good deals. We're pulling that information out, breaking it out until we're very key. We also classify data out so you can tell us with the period that's hard events or operational events that are occurring. And also we do this thing on this context institution. Honestly, geolocation has become very rapid. We're going beyond simply IP addresses. So we're going to get additional information that in place. So once we classify that data, that's what it was to come together and additionally a lot of messages going back with my environment. A lot of things people look at individually don't really help much. But when I correlate with everything together, they become things going on inside my environment. Then we can also add to and monitoring of behavior of users in our environment. Also do whitelisting. So we can learn what it is that is more behavior or anything that users are sending in. Or logging into or trying to access the environment they don't normally go to. We can go ahead and do that. We also can get those analysis logging in general very easy. Search is also very easy. So you can really see or you can see as quickly as possible. We're going to get additional overtime. And so then the big thing is that once you've done all of that is the output side of it. And that is the actual intelligence. We're doing quite a few different things here. We've got different dashboards we put in place. We're going to be looking at any given moment. We also are generating alerts based off information. So we're going to start at any given moment. And then also we like generating reports. And with the reports you can generate, it gives you that ability to predict the reporting aspect. And the other thing, awesome. So your internet just cut out a little bit once in a while, but you can adjust it. Not a problem. I apologize. So kind of the last piece that is response to. This is where we can set log logs to actually take responses for us. So I think it is that powerful by itself. And also provide extended so that you have that really good kind of ability to go back in time and see what it is that's been going on. So it's not just a situation of putting water in place, and you'll show you actually using it quite before. And so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and take over here. I'll go ahead and take a look at by itself. And let me get that over to you. And while we're pulling that up, just so everyone knows, if you have any questions, feel free to chat those to me, and I'll go ahead and relay those to Richard, and we can try to get through as much questions as possible just on that one. So just use the chat feature, and I'll relay the messages. So I see your console. What's it? Let's roll. Okay, so when we get talking more about product, I'll explain what it is that's going on here. And before you even take any of this, the real important thing I want to point out is that your environment is generating millions of water messages per day. And really up available, 2 to 3% of those are kinds of interacting patterns to us. So in a couple of we're finding that 50% that you are ASAC and bringing it to service things just like that very quickly. Now, what notice is that what's going on here is that the thing that's going on is that I've done everything in my environment putting into one place. Well, see, I've got all of my hosts in my environment all putting into one place. And inside of those hosts, and it doesn't matter to us what type of log being generated. We want to have that same class in your environment. So we're pulling everything together in one place. We don't have to jump from interface to interface to see where it is that's going on inside your environment. We can be pulling in and see this log coming from your network devices. It could be we're going to log off of file servers, of course, what file server, like an application server or a server or multiple data coming in through something like a Expose or Genesis. So it doesn't matter to us. We're pulling it all together in one place. And once you've got all that data together, what we're going to do is start classifying it. And the classifications are kind of that top level points. The idea is we're breaking things up into very simple. The classifications are kind of more of at one point you have all of your operations, which is any of your network traffic going on, any specific things you can start to see what's happening with different entities inside your environment. We also have all different security that's what the initial that we're listening to not just all registering our environment. And then also all the water movements, and that's literally all of our user activity. So we can see who's logging in, where are they going, where are they coming from, what are they doing, what's inside the environment. Now, once we've got everything from this classification, we're going to start designing these concepts to get that ability to very quickly start going into different data that's going on. The idea behind the concept is taking this. Super quiet and loud and super quiet. You're almost impossible to understand. So, really one thing. Alright, so I do apologize for shouting, but I do not know what's going on. So once you got all this data together, you're having all these visuals and tracing and look against this. And within this console, I can go ahead and double click on it and trace it into it. So if I want to go ahead and create a lot of things, all I have to do is go ahead and double click on isolate. And then getting into this data. The log list is always going to look like each one of the log lists. I can go ahead and do that. So you can see here, I don't know exactly everything. We're not very but we isolate my log on failures. And I can see what the specific user values failure tracking strange. Digging in deeper and deeper as I need to get that thing. So I go ahead and look at all of these log data failures that you're trying. I'll get and we'll click right now. All of the logs that are associated with second phase, but all you can notice that time. Going into the phase range investigation for the blood data, there's always going to be with nice thing about this change is all the years up here. Yes, I can just add the results. We don't want people to work on more command line oriented, all of our current scope levels vary. So I want to come in here and do a quick search exactly what I'm looking for. I just go ahead and type out what I want and go ahead and pull this same kind of information in. So the other thing that's happening along with the scale is the different alarms that are going off. And this is the correlation part of the work and intelligence. And this is where we're looking for certain anomalies in the environment. We're looking at the particular loss distribution. Often looking at the next on the county front, but when they're looking at which are putting those together, start correlating on certain things that are going on. The alarms themselves are based off risk rating very simple to 100 scale. The higher the number, the more severe the more severe threat is. So also part of that is by the more serious unit, and I can really kind of regular about what I'm looking at. If I have alarms like they're I can go ahead and build off that. I can go ahead and build off the different risks. So if I want to count, I'll start going ahead and go ahead and do that. If I want to look at the alarms happening. But also, one of the first alarms that I'd like to use a lot is this one here. This account base is deleted. This is a particular alarm that's looking for very straightforward events that we're looking at. Things we don't tell us like we're together, start telling us that something important is going on. And in this bullet, basically saying something is there, they're saying now, these are things that bring around and the meaning is upon this alarm go off. When I go in here, I go ahead and change status, I know what is going on. I can also go ahead and click on this in here as well, so if something comes back, and once it's going on, people alarm, it can those, something so funny, so something so funny, I can usually bring you with this. I can go ahead and unfortunately go ahead and pull back the information regarding what's going on with the different alarms inside the environment. Then also I want to see the actual alarm that needs to take up a particular alarm, and go ahead and do a quick drill down on that. It's going to go ahead and pull that information back for me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, hopefully my sound is still working very well for everybody, is I would like to show a little bit about how it is where the base defense that you would need. This one I think is a little bit specified, but I'm so super effective I want to talk about it. The AI is going to have possibly different rules of it, but these are all different colors of it. We have one of the lab rooms, and when they're done, we can put all these different rules together. So it's not just waiting for a one correlation. We need to write, we have all these available for you. So these are the same thing. We can put a lot of flexibility and the ability to take the ability to check rules that we have basically and take your own. And as far as the rules themselves, it's very straightforward. There's no lines that need to be learned to make these go. I'll look very right about making all those different rule blocks. And quickly, that's just going to be one of the things. And the blocks themselves are pretty well on color. Go ahead and tie these guys together. At a high level, and take a look at them. We're looking at the blocks. So you get over with the perfect one. That is also pretty well. I can look at things that make it not happen. Well, I think that's necessary lock. The circuit, I have to get some of it back in. I'm not like don't do that. So I know that I'm going to take down. I'm going to look at the block off that. It's not happening. We can also put things around that will tell you if I have like the rest of my firewall. An hour, I don't know that. I have to take my given firewall 500 times an hour. I look at this threshold and I want to look at the alarm off that. And then really the most advanced level of behavioral rules. And this is where we go to the one place where it is. That's normal environment. Where the particular user would see where it's normal, but it's on my case, we're headed up to my behavior. We know that I did anything the same here. Usually logging in from certain locations and when I set inside network, I can see down for the same and when change certain information and that's what's normal. So straight log in, logging in 100, log in before. I inside the environment and I can do a set directory, say HR bind file. That's outside the world. I can go ahead and generate alarms off that. And when the alarms themselves go off, that's where it is this audience sitting on our dashboard. So we can do a lot more than that. Just we're not hard loading that there. We have that ability to send out notifications. So in this case, I go ahead and add the alarm fires like notifications that I can read my inbox so that I know there are certain that I have to go into their base. Because they know what they're going to but then also we can do as well is use this person's smartphone. This is really a rare take action on our behalf. So also we like this to be a good place. You can have one of the fun. So we're going to have a taking server that have a certain list of this one. So I go ahead and I can get on the top of my smartphone. The first step is go ahead and fill it. You go ahead and have it figure out and have it give it as you guys want it. That way, the more things say, figure it out. I can take those steps out. It's not possible, but that's the place you want. Go ahead and lock that sort of account out. Then just in case you don't want the United States, what are you going on? Go ahead and say, yes, before you say this section, go ahead and I basically my mission course. So it's going to happen now. This was a little one star. Yeah, so there's actually a question that's one of those kind of questions that are looking at resources. What type of server, of course, power capacity, what's required to run this particular environment they're talking about, has about 50 Windows servers. We're going to firewall logs, what are we talking about for systems on this, stuff like this? Okay, well, I'll explain after this call, and this case, we'll call you and answer questions over that cooling down so far. It really depends on the environment. There's a lot of different things required for that. So you can answer that. And then with that being said, let me grab that control. Quick here. All right. Yeah. So with that being said, we're pretty much out of time here, and I know we kind of just scratched the surface, right, what this can do. There's a lot to it, and we would love to help take you through the discovery process. See, is this something that's right for your environment? We're finding tons of organizations that have compliance requirements are absolutely keen to do something like this, and if you don't have compliance requirements, there's still a lot of the things that make the data and make the business more secure. So we can definitely have those conversations. We'll Richard, I'm going to call and do a custom demo. That would be my recommended next step. Let's do a custom demo. Let's talk about your environment in particular, and go through what it is and go from there. So with that being said, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. I know the 30 minutes to go by super quick. Your gift cards, everyone attending today will receive a gift card from Amazon, and I will work on getting those out before the end of the week. So stay tuned for that. Because we're directly to Amazon, so see if I can check your spam folder, and we'll probably be in there. So with that, Richard, thank you for the time. I think this was some valuable information. I will work on getting this up on our website, rapidcorp.com/content, so you'll be able to view it there or on our YouTube channel. So thank you everyone for joining us today. I appreciate you giving us a chance to show this to you, and hope to see you on a future productive event. Thank you. I think what he's been on rock and roll tour for the last 48 months. But nonetheless, he is going to talk about hard serve and managed capacity. He's going to say, hey, why use Players for 1 year? You never do it. Why would you consider using two recovery solutions for your data? You wouldn't. In fact, here we are, hard serve, Players strength recovery. If you've been to our events in the past, you know we are all about technology and let's shuck it and jive it. We have one shuck and jive, which is be productive in 1 minute, which I will do shortly. We have a couple poll questions, or one in particular about how much data you are managing, help us hold that presentation. And then, much to everyone's satisfaction, we will turn the microphone and mouse over to Mr. T. Greco, and he will dive right in. So, if you're ready, buckle up, let's find out who is Productive Corporation. Productive is a security and storage software reseller for mid-sized companies. We have dedicated account executives that bring knowledge, so you don't have to wait on hold or navigate the phone for yourself. With all these resources on our website, custom demos, trials, downloads, product FAQs, and product information, all of it can be found at productivecorp.com. We also have specialized information, content around the mid-market, 2-minute tech guide, P-guide, product comparisons, industry, kind of what's happening with endpoints. All of this stuff can be found at Productive. We have the resources to help you. Help at productivecorp.com, 800-726-4099. We are here to help. And one of the ways we help is by putting on these educational events for you guys. We sell a lot of technology to the mid-market and have been selling a lot of storage recovery solutions for many, many years. In fact, approaching 13 years. One of the things we found is you may see the product, you may hear about the product, but you might not know everything that is available to the product or what may make sense to you. So that's what's kind of our educational content series. And so